How does a guy get knocked down in the fight against an undefeated champion who's never been knocked down, never stopped, never defeated, lose on all three judges' scorecards, complain that he got robbed, and say that the middleweight champion is avoiding him for a rematch? I don't know what type of OG Kush that Daniel Jacobs is smoking or using, but clearly he's under the heavy influence of something, because he's clearly delusional if he believes Gennady Golovkin is avoiding a rematch with him. Daniel Jacobs, you're at the back of the line. Let's be quite frank. You're at the back of the bus like Harriet Tubman, and you're going to stay your ass at the back of the bus. You're in back of Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo Alvarez, right? Gennady Golovkin has bigger fish to fry than seeking a rematch with you. You bring absolutely nothing to the table for Gennady Golovkin. You have nothing to offer. The fight, I think, is sold 150,000 pay-per-view buys, so you're not a draw. You bring no revenue. You bring no title. You bring no undefeated record. So tell me again why Gennady Golovkin should be seeking you out for an opponent. Why should he be in a rush to rematch you? For what? He clearly won the fight. He knocked you down in the fight. Had you holding his knees like a WWE wrestler. You lost the fight, bruh. What you should have did after that defeat was said, hey, I got beat by the better man, the best fighter in the world, the greatest fighter of all time, Gennady Golovkin. He beat my ass. I'm taking this loss with a grain of salt. I'm taking this loss with pride. I'm going to hold this L proudly. I got beat by the better man. You should have been grateful and proud of taking your L. But instead, you cry, you bitch, you moan, and you complain. You made yourself look like a sore loser. So if I was Golovkin, no, I wouldn't rematch you. Not until you get on your knees and apologize for all that bitching and crying you've been doing in the media. And you still crying, talking about Golovkin is avoiding you for a rematch. You're shitting all over this man's name, talking bad all over Golovkin's name. And you think he ought to give you a rematch? So you need to get your priorities together. I hear Chavez Jr. calling you out. Why don't you go ahead and take that fight? That's a big money fight for you. Yeah, go ahead and fight Chavez Jr. Because y'all both been doing a lot of crying and bitching lately. Chavez talking about he didn't eat in 2 weeks preparing for the Canelo fight. You crying, talking about you got robbed when you got knocked down in the fight, fighting an undefeated fighter who's the unified middleweight champion, and you think you're going to get the mother-loving benefit of the doubt in a fight against an undefeated fighter who's the unified middleweight champion. And the scorecards, in my opinion, should have been a lot wider in Golovkin's favor. If you ask me, he came in as the mother-loving champion, not you. But you guys let me know what y'all think about Daniel Jacobs still in the media crying and bitching, begging for a Gennady Golovkin rematch when he's clearly not a draw. He brings no revenue, and he's coming off a defeat. Drop me a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe. I'm out.